So, Banerjee, thank you very much for talking to Autocar Professional. Want to start off this conversation by asking you about, we're just around the festive season right now. What is MSI's strategy for that? It's in the recent past, we've seen a bit of a slowdown in especially in the entry-level car sales. So what is your strategy going forward and overall strategy for the festive season from Maruti?
Mayank, last month, if I talk to you about the rural market, 50% of our sales came from the rural market. So that's a very positive side. And what we are seeing till April to August, right? So our rural market, there is almost a growth of 9 to 10%.
Okay.
So with this good monsoon, actually, now almost all water reservoir dams are full to their capacity. That means there will be no shortage of water for the irrigation.
Right.
And if there is a bumper harvest, obviously that money has to come back to the economy. So we feel this festival time we are going to see a green shoot coming and moving beyond positive out.
Right. So are you still going ahead with some lucrative schemes for the consumers to boost demand further in the festive season?
I think through your channel, I will also like to convey a message to all our viewers. This is the best time to buy your car. Don't wait. Just go and you have a good time in the festival time. Happy motoring.
And also, Partha-san, there has been this concern which is being flagged by the dealer fraternity that in the inventory is sort of at an all-time high right now, which is also a bit concerning. So your response to that?
Mayank, if you see for the last 2 months, I can talk about Maruti. Last 2 months, we have considerably, we have reduced the dispatches to our dealers.
Right.
If you see, this has been a conscious call by us that we will be calibrating the dispatches. So you would have read there that Maruti dispatches are less than by last year.
Right.
It's a conscious call. We are reducing the dispatches because we feel the retail and wholesale should match.
Right.
And just to give a perspective, that beginning of this month, we had a network stop of only 36 days.
Okay.
Across the country. I'm talking the average. Somewhere it may be plus and minus.
Right.
The point which you're trying to say is we very well acknowledge that just pushing the metal to the dealer doesn't work.
Right.
So Maruti has taken that call. I cannot talk about the industry.
Right.
But Maruti, we are very clear. We are not going to push the wholesale to the dealer.
Mm-hmm.
However, the festival time which is coming, if there is a demand for the vehicles that our channel partner wants, obviously we will not be denied them.
Right. Right. And also you adopted this strategy of some limited editions that you have introduced over the last few months. So do we see that continuing in the future, even particularly in the festive season?
Mayank, in fact, we launched the Urbano limited edition in Brezza, and it has been a blockbuster for us.
Okay.
In the month of August last month, we did our highest sale of Brezza, 19,000 plus.
Okay.
It's the ever highest. Since the launch, this is the ever highest.
Right.
Coming to WagonR, we did 16,000 plus numbers.
Right.
The Dream Series edition is also giving us a very good traction.
Mm-hmm.
In France, we have that Velocity edition, limited edition. France is also doing pretty well. So what we are seeing is this, at the end of the day, that the initiatives which were taken by the marketing team is giving us a good dividend.
Right. Right. And also in terms of your network strategy, you've recently, congratulations, you've accomplished the 500th milestone for Nexa. So again, what going forward can we expect in terms of your network expansion and your retail strategy?
Mike, we have done a study that almost 37% of our sales is coming from the upcountry markets for the Nexa models.
Okay.
We have a mechanism today to deliver the vehicle at the customer doorsteps. But we as a company has taken a very considered call that we need to get the same Nexa experience to those markets also and to those customers also.
Right.
So we came with the concept of the Nexa Studio, which is totally taking care of the customer experience and the vehicle journey. There is no compromise. And it's a 3 years facility as a service facility. So everything is done at the customer doorstep.
Right.
And we are seeing a very positive response from our channel partners. And in fact, we have already activated 10 studio outlets in the last one. And the customer are very much appreciating it.
Which are these 10 places that you've started?
And now Northern India, one is in Gohana. Then in South, we had opened up in Kolar. So these are all small towns where we are opening up actually.
Right.
The purpose is this, that we move further and further closer to the customer. And that gives the strength to the Maruti.
Right.
that if we are closer to the customer, man, the customer acknowledges that, and that's where you build the relationship with the customer.
Right, right. Do you see something similar also for the Arena channel as well?
Yes, I would like to share with you, Mayank, in Arena channel also, we have a very good penetration of the upcountry markets, but we want to further go down, deep
Right.
down.
Right.
So there we are coming up with the concept of satellite outlets. So we have just right now done pilot in 2 locations actually. So we are just working it out.
Okay.
So I think that also very soon we are going to come up
Right.
and be able to further penetrate the upcountry market.
Right. And in terms of penetration, Parthasan, we've also seen CNG sort of take a very huge boost within the Maruti portfolio. So what is the CNG penetration right now within your portfolio, and what sort of growth do you anticipate going forward?
This year, April to August, every third vehicle which we are selling from our stable happens to be a CNG, right? So our penetration is 33%.
Okay.
Last year it used to be 35%. So we had a quantum jump actually. This year our growth is to the tune of 30% in the CNG vehicles. And in fact, we are very closely working with the city gas distributors, our marketing team. Wherever any footprint we see of the city gas distributors, immediately we try to do a campaign there, educate the customer to show what is the benefit of the CNG.
Right. Right. And also in terms of competition, some of your competitors have introduced this dual cylinder CNG technology wherein, it still liberates a bit of a boot space in the vehicle. So is Maruti also looking at that, and are you considering introducing such a option in your vehicles as well?
I mean, this product upgradation, bringing new technology is a continuous process, which our engineering team is always working on it actually. So anything which is convenient and beneficial to the customers, we are also looking into that.
Right. And in terms of the backlog or the order book, what's the backlog for your CNG cars right now? Is the Ertiga still the most
Actually,
right now?
we are enhancing our production capacity. As I told you, last month we have done close to 50,000 vehicles, CNG vehicles,
Right.
sales actually. And our production team is continuously increasing the capacity so that we are able to serve our customers. So right now we are pretty okay actually, because there is no shortage of semiconductors.
Right.
So that supply chain issues are not.
So there's no backlog on any of your CNG cars?
Some models are-
Some models are.
But it's manageable.
Right, right. And lastly, Parthasan, next year you're set to introduce your EV into the market. So to the build-up of that, are you already doing some initiatives? You started training your sales workforce, or, in terms of awareness to the general public? Have you started the activities there as well?
Mayank, we are going to launch our first electric vehicle in the Bharat Mobility Show 2025. We have done a research to understand what are the concern points for the customer.
Okay.
There are 3 big issues. One concern point of the customer is the range of the.
Right.
Second, range doesn't mean what you mentioned in the brochure, actually how much you get it from the actual driving condition.
Right.
Because that has been a huge sort of a concern from the customers that we purchased the vehicle, we did some research based on certain commitments, but when it is being delivered, it is not there.
Right.
So that is one area where we feel that needs to be addressed when we launch the product. Second is the availability of the EV network, the charging network. Because 95% of the customers are charging their vehicle at home.
Right.
But still we need to create a robust EV infrastructure.
Right.
And there we are going to play a major role.
Okay.
Because we feel if we are coming into the market, we are not only going to sell a car, but we are going to provide an overall EV ecosystem. That is where we are going to give confidence to our customers that you join the family of Maruti, we will be taking care of your all concerns. And another area is the after-sales service.
Right.
Yeah. In case even despite giving a good range, having a good EV infrastructure, charging infrastructure, still if any customer is there, we are known to be very good in terms of after-sales service.
Right.
So when we launch it, you will have an overall,
Right.
I would say, an ecosystem by which we are going to sell the vehicle.
Right. So have you already started working with some of the collaborators in the charging infrastructure domain?
We are working on it. Our team is working on it. The job is good.
Right. And also, Parthasan, we've seen this, in the market right now, the penetration of EV is supposedly coming more from the tier 2s and tier 3s simply because of this fact that, charging is easier at home in those areas. Do you still believe that hybrids are going to remain a viable option for the urban markets going forward despite EVs coming in?
Like we've done some industry estimates for 2030. The overall passenger vehicle industry will be to the tune of 6 million plus minus varying. Out of which we feel 1 million will be the EV, 15 to 17%. 25% will be the hybrids.
Okay.
And balance will be the other technologies actually incoming.
Right.
So we feel there is going to be space on all the technologies. So as the market will evolve, all technologies we have, the customer will be selecting based on his business needs.
Right.
And based on the place where he's staying.
Right. Parthasan, thank you.
Okay, mate. Thanks.
Thank you, Bhushan. Sir, as you were just mentioned, that's the most in-depth